AM 1220 KHTS HometownStation.com. Now, every now and then, I have a few parts of my job that are my favorite. One, I like to give stuff away. I like hearing the excitement in people's voices when I get to do that. And I also love to have people come into the studio for me to interview. And today, I have 4 young people from West Creek Academy. And I'm going to let our audience know that it is Isaac, Dominic, Cody, and Jonah.
Hello.
Okay, so first of all, I have to ask a question. The first question I want to know is how old each of you are and what grade you're in. So, Isaac, I'm going to start with you.
I'm 12 and I'm in 6th grade.
All right, and Dominic?
I'm in 6th grade and I'm 12 years old.
He wants to be in the 12th grade. He started to say that. Cody, how old are you?
I'm in 5th grade, 10 years old.
10 years old. And Jonah?
I'm 11 and I'm in the 6th grade.
Okay, and you are here at the radio station today because of, and I'm going to ask Cody to answer this question. And get right up on that microphone. You are here today because you're visiting the radio station for a specific reason, right?
Yeah,
Why are you?
because our school does a broadcast, and it's called West Creek Academy Broadcast, or short, WCNN.
Nice. And so what kind of things do you broadcast at your station?
Mostly the whole class just does like random stories. Like, let's say that
We do that too, random stories. I like random stories. Give me one of your recent examples of a story.
Like, I did me and this other girl made a interview on her class library.
Oh, libraries, that were one of my favorite places in the world. I sort of imagine that's like the best place ever. I love libraries. So a story on your library. Very nice. Now, do you ever interview people? Let me ask Dominic that question. You ever interview people?
Maybe teachers.
Teachers, they are fascinating. When I was a kid, I always thought, what was the secret life of teachers, right? You always see them at school, you see them dressed up, but outside, what are they like? So did you get like the in-deep secret, scoop on the teachers?
Yeah, just
nice. I like that. In hard investigative reporting, I like that. And then let me say, Isaac, what's your favorite part of the radio station so far today that you saw? You're going to say me, right?
Yeah.
Being in here on the microphone. But did you have like a favorite place in the radio station? Or was there something you didn't know that you said, oh, that's kind of interesting?
So you guys actually moved to a different station, and it had a different name, and you came back to.
So you got to hear the history of KHTS, where we've been, what we've done. So we have our own stories here, even just about us, not just the community. And then, Jonah, I'm going to ask you a question. What story would you like to see us cover here on our station or at your station? What's your like secret story you wanna produce?
One of the stories that it would kind of be cool to hear you maybe like report on is one of our local historical monuments.
The historical monuments. That's a great idea. Do you have one in mind?
Yeah, the Tesoro Adobe Historical Park.
The historical park. That's a good one. Do you
Yeah.
guys? Anybody else have one? I see you're all kind of like,
Probably the William S. Hart Park.
The William S. Hart Park. That's a fascinating story we could do something on. And I can see you looking there, Dominic. What do you think we should cover historically in our valley?
Maybe the house of William S. Hart, the town,
the town
train.
there, yeah, the train. And then Isaac, do you have anything? Nah, he's still thinking about it. You know what? He's not going to tell you because he's got a story he's working on. He's going to keep it to himself. Fellas, thank you for being here at AM 1220 KHTS HometownStation.com. Love that you were here, and go see if you can dig up some more stories for me to do here on air. Thanks a lot, guys.
Hometown Station.
AM 1220 KHTS HometownStation.com. Again, I have the wonderful pleasure to interview some young people from West Creek Academy. And here in the booth right now, I happen to have Kyle, Elgin, Gretchen, and Devin. Welcome to the studio. You can say hi because they can't see you, so don't wave. Say hello, everybody. Hello. Say hi, Mom. Oh, wait, somebody's mom is here actually in the booth right now. All right, you guys are here today, similarly to the other students I got to speak to before, because you are part of a certain program at your school, and I'm going to ask you, Devin, to tell me what that is. What is your part in the school? Why would you come to a radio station?
Well, we came here because we have a pathway in our school called broadcast.
Uh-huh.
And we're learning about broadcasting, and we're putting on stories for our school. So we came here to learn more about what that's actually like.
Very nice. And so you started here in the booth to hear me give the traffic and me do the other things, and now you're going to get to tour the rest of the radio station. And let me ask you, Gretchen, what has been what do you think what's different about this place from where you work at school for your broadcasting? What's the first big difference you notice?
There's a bigger audience and there's more professional equipment.
Yes, there's a lot of big equipment here. It's very scary. I'm always afraid to walk through with water, or I'm going to trip on something or press the wrong button and end up, I don't know, doing something wrong. Elgin, what is it about broadcasting that made you want to be a part of that program and come here today? What is your favorite thing about broadcasting?
Well, broadcast was a very good experience for me, and I would like to continue it because it's fun informing other people about what's going on around their community.
And isn't it nice you kind of get to be in the know first before you tell everybody else? I always think that's kind of neat. It's like, oh, I get to hear this story before I get to tell everyone else. Now, do you like the idea of television or radio, or do you like all of it?
More like all of it.
All of it, a good answer. Okay, Kyle, let me ask you a question. If you could think of the story you would really like to cover, because everybody has an area. They like sports or they like the news. And here at KHTS, we have our Crackerjack news team led by Perry Smith, our news director. He tells, he gets to gather all the information, and I always think he has such a stressful job gathering news. And then we have Tim Haddock, who does our sports, and we have all these different elements. What stories would you like to cover most?
Well, I would like to do something that's more historical based.
Yeah.
And doing the origin of it and the history of it.
Nice. So you like history. They say that history repeats itself, and we learn from, what went on before. So I think that's wonderful. I thought for sure you had a basketball shirt on. You might say sports. So, all right, let me ask you then, Gretchen, what area of broadcasting or this media coverage do you happen to like best?
I like just pretty much anything that is interesting to me. It depends on what story that is being put out to the public.
Okay, so whatever story you're working on in the moment, you are totally engrossed. That's the thing that captures your interest. And Devin, if you had to work on any story, like someone came to you and said, all right, I need you to look at this story. You need to go research this. Do you have a favorite you'd want to do?
My favorite would probably be a sports story, and my favorite sport to talk about would be volleyball.
Excellent. Oh, because you play volleyball, so you have sort of the inside knowledge of it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I thank all of you for being here today and being part of AM 1220 KHTS, and I wish you all the luck in the world on your own broadcasting careers as you go out this door. To be careful who you angle. Look at who's got a job opening. Just get to know somebody, shake their hands. Thank you for being here.
The powerhouse fire continues to blaze and 30 homes have been destroyed.
Hello, I'm George Cummings with your SCV News Break.